An Illinois foster mother and a grandmother are behind bars, accused of murdering their foster child in Fairview Heights. The two were indicted by a grand jury this week after a years-long death investigation. Our Justina Cornell joins us in studio. And Justina, you have gone through the documents for the courts, and these are some pretty disturbing allegations.
Absolutely. Well, 18-year-old Mackenzi Felmlee was living with her foster mom and grandma since 2020. Last May, though, she was found unresponsive in her foster home at the bottom of the stairs and later died. Police say she died of a pulmonary embolism caused by the two women physically constricting her legs.
There can be failures within that system, but we also need to work to hold each other accountable to make sure that there aren't failures.
Failures in the foster system. It's a concern for advocates wanting to make sure children aren't forgotten.
What I encourage you to do is that there are these systems in place for a reason, whose sole job is to investigate and look into allegations when people just feel like something's off.
The focus is now on a Fairview Heights case. This week, a grand jury indicted a foster mom, Shameka Williams, and foster grandma, Cornelia Reid, for multiple charges, including first-degree murder, for the death of their foster child, 18-year-old Mackenzi Felmlee. During the investigation, police say they found a cell phone containing photos and videos documenting the torture. Court documents allege the defendant slapping the teen in the face and blocking her nose and mouth with material covered in human waste, hindering her ability to breathe. Child abuse forensic interview Amy Robbins says there are still many questions.
How often does Illinois require their visits? Were those visits done announced or were they done unannounced? There's a lot of things that come into play to see if there was something that failed her and to make sure we're those protective entities that were responsible for caring, looking over, and making sure she had everything she needed where that lies.
Attorney Howard Tallenfeld, who represents foster care children, says flaws in the foster care system need to be fixed, including high caseloads with constant turnover.
We do know there's a placement shortage and that caseworkers have a responsibility to speak to children, gain their trust and confidence so that they'll tell them if there's a problem like them being beaten.
Now, this week, both defendants are back in court for pretrial hearings. Now, I've been asking for more information from the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services. I'm told based on the grand jury indictment, they're not able to speak to this case.